Too many dreams, books, millionaires, ideas, skills, unfinished accomplishments are in the grave. Take a moment and think, what am I doing between the dash? You have to move right now because tomorrow is not promised. Join the Divine Connections movement in a couple of ways. 1, download the app for free. 2, subscribe to Divine Connections magazine. 3, if you have a book, a product, a service, gospel music, business, health and wellness product, church, or anything creative, join the Divine Connections Movement VIP and make a commitment to join a network that supports others, give you major exposure, customer retention, and customer engagement. To find out more about VIP, text 336-338-8903 or email divineconnectionsmagazine@gmail.com.
Businesses all across the planet are looking to make connections with people. Well, guess what? Divine Connections magazine is helping businesses not only walk in their purpose and passion, but to get connected to their potential. That's right. You've got to connect to your potential, and you can make it happen now because it is time to know your worth. As you get connected to people all across the planet, Divine Connections magazine will make it happen. And get featured in the magazine today and get your copy now, because there's no other time than a divine time to get connected to Divine Connections magazine.
Well, great day, everyone. I am your host, DelorisWilliams with Divine Connections. We are so excited that you are here. So what is Divine Connection? Is a faith-based and inspirational magazine that comes out quarterly in print as well as online. We connect with different businesses, entrepreneurs, gospel artists, praise dance, moms, vendors, anyone that's doing something great in the community. Then twice a year, we have 2 big events, and one event is coming up Saturday, March 29th, which is my 15th magazine anniversary. And so I am grateful for the opportunity to share with the community who I am, what I've done to accomplish what I've done, and also to bring in local vendors, speakers, praise dance, mimes, spoken word, and of course, we're going to have some dynamic speakers as well. So we're going to come together to lift up the name of Jesus, give God glory for sure, and to network as well, and to enjoy different ministries. So we are so excited about that. So mark the date down, Saturday, March 29th at 11 a.m. It is going to be in Greensboro, North Carolina this year. So excited about that. So tickets are $35. You can go to divineconnectionsmagazine.com/events to get your ticket. All right. We look forward to seeing you there. It is going to be at Kingdom Covenant, 520 Take Street, Teague Street. And I am so excited about what is getting ready to happen. But meanwhile, let me check. We have Divine Connections apparel. So let me share with you a little bit about our store and how you can connect with our store so you can get some Divine Connections up here, because you are a Divine Connection. Awesome. So definitely go to bit.ly linktr.ee/divine connection store and connect and get some information with our apparels. Okay. All right. So for you to contact me, if you have any questions about the podcast or the magazine is coming out and you can advertise in the magazine as well. If you have a business or organization or something positive going on, we do half page and do full page advertisement. So definitely connect with me as soon as possible. You can text 336-823-2136 or email Divine Connections Magazine 2@gmail.com. And our link for our event is divineconnectionsmagazine.com/events. And that's where you can get your ticket. All right. So definitely stay tuned to that. Also, to connect with us, our website is divineconnectionsmagazine.com. Our Facebook business page is Divine Connections Marketing. Our Instagram is Divine Connections, one word. And then our YouTube link is The Divine Connections. And you can subscribe and click the notification button there as well. Now, if you want to be a sponsor on the show, and you have a 30-second commercial, we would love to connect with you if you are a good fit for this platform. And we do it for 3 months, and we share your information as we are sharing what's going on with Divine Connection. So it's a win-win. So you can email me at divineconnectionsmagazine.com/, email me at divineconnectionsmagazine2@gmail.com. Now, if you want to know how I do what I do with the help of the Lord in my personal and my business life, I have written a book, which is phenomenal. My second book is called The Kingdom Connector, How to Build an Empire Helping People. I will have these at the event as well. So if you want to get a copy, you can order a copy there as well or online. It is at walmart.com, also on amazon.com. All right. So definitely check that out. Now, if you need a 30-second or a 60-second commercial for your business, please let us know. We do commercials as well for businesses, ministries, books, gospel groups, or events. We would love to do one for you as well. If you need a copy of the magazine, and we have one that's coming out soon too, it's go to divineconnectionsmagazine.com/special-pricing to get your copy of Divine Connections Magazine. And our new one will be coming out on my 15th magazine anniversary. So be sure to connect with that. All right. And then also here, if you interested in a half page or full page ad for your business, you can get that information from that website as well. And again, not last but not least, but go to our website and do divineconnectionsmagazine.com/events to get your tickets. Tickets are $35, and we are going to have a phenomenal time. You will not be disappointed. All right. So there's a lot of great things that's going to happen in a short amount of time, and we would love for you to be a part of that. All right. So definitely do that. Okay. So now I'm excited for our second part of this podcast, and that is bringing on guests, people in the community who are Divine Connections and who are making it happen. So I have attorney Danielle in the house, and I've met with her. We've worked together, and I love her spirit. She's such a phenomenal person. So she's going to be at the event, and we're going to give some financial empowerment, because we know that a lot of things are going up as far as prices. Everybody's trying to live, but we are going to share some information with you, give you some knowledge so you can make some otherwise decisions, all right, to control your financial future. So will you help me welcome Miss Danielle?
Woo-hoo! I'm on the Deloris show. I'm on the Deloris show. Hey, I'm on the
This girl.
I feel like I'm on the late night show, the Jimmy Fallon show.
That part.
Oh, because you are brilliant. You're so amazing. Thank you so much for this opportunity. I got to check. I was writing out the name of your book.
Okay.
Kingdom Connector.
The Key Connector.
Connector. Yeah.
There it is. There's the picture. How to build an empire helping people.
Because, just in the short time that I've met you.
Yes.
And known you rather, I know that what you do is connect people.
I do.
And then you do it in such a dynamic way. Like you are so organized. You have a big vision. And so that's why I'm just so honored to be here on the Delores Show. You know, Delores also is bringing me out of my Facebook cocoon. Like,
yes.
yes.
Mm-hmm.
I updated the photo today.
Yay.
I updated the what is it called? The background, I guess, today.
Okay, I saw that. Yes.
Yes. And I think that's part of the divine plan too, that maybe God's like, okay, now's the time. The reintroduction of Danielle, because my last post was like 2020.
Well, welcome back.
Thank you, Delores. Did you already ask me a question? Because
not yet. So I was gonna say, tell us who you are and a little bit about yourself.
Oh, yes. Well, you know, most people know me as either an attorney, or they know me as an actress. And I think that's pretty cool, because in either of those dynamics and those contexts, really what I feel I'm doing is helping people's imagination take flight, whether it's crafting a story, my client's story, in such a way that the judge can understand really what's going on in this case, at least through our view. And then as an actress, of course, taking the words from the playwright and bringing them to life so that the audience can see the story and the character and relate perhaps to it. So as an attorney and as an actress, I feel it's a place where I can unlock dreams. So, you know, most people know me as an attorney or an actress, but what they may not know is that really what overall I have a passion for is inspiring people. And unlocking dreams. And, you know, in 2019, so this is just taking it further. So what people may not know is that in 2019, my mother and I also became licensed together in insurance. And so in 2019, I was focused on the health space. Mom and I, we had a table in Walmart in Nashville, North Carolina. And we were there for people who needed to get their Medicare, you know, and so that was my focus for a while. And then I decided in 2020 to close my solo practice and re-enter the employment world. And it's tough out there.
Yes, it is.
It's tough out there. And so at some point, I stopped my insurance practice, which I would do part-time along with my solo practice. But when the opportunity came to join another firm that gave us access to financial solutions.
Yes.
Things that could transform people's lives, things that I didn't even know about.
That is true.
You know how many attorneys, how many actors, how many just people in general, you know, just people across the board who maybe don't have not had access to just even some basic financial concepts that can change their lives. And so now, in addition to being an attorney and an actress and unlocking dreams in that way, now I get a chance to sit down with people and unlock their dreams through like discovery sessions to find out what they can do to secure their financial future, but also to fund their dreams.
Yes.
Do you mind if I sing, Delores? You know, listen, you know I can't be boring on this interview, okay? I've been away for 5 years on Facebook. How many people we got watching? 5? So I wanted to share, if this is okay, or if you have another question, hit me. As part of this platform that you and I are both on, with our insurance work, it's really not insurance, you know, it's really about dream building, right? And so one of the things I love about the platform too is that there's a lot of personal development. Our minds are constantly challenged. We're constantly challenged to think differently than we may have before, or to think differently outside of the employee
Yeah.
Tricks, and let me be clear that I value and appreciate the opportunity to work at Legal Aid of North Carolina. And let me say what I do there. Okay. Mm-hmm. Shout out to Legal Aid. Let's. I do my insurance work part-time. Mm-hmm. But there I'm an attorney where I represent people who have been denied their benefits. So public benefits. I do public benefits work there, Social Security, disability, insurance, supplemental security income, food stamps, Medicaid. And when I was in solo practice, I represented people who owed child support, who were about to be put in jail because they owed it, or lose their rights to their children. So juvenile abuse, neglect, dependency cases, I represented the parents. Wow. So my point in sharing all that is that I've done public interest work and represented upper underrepresented communities for over 10 years. That's where my heart is. Mm-hmm. And so now I feel with this financial empowerment space, it's a continuation to be able to help members of our community to establish a foundation, a financial foundation that can, help the dreams of their grandchildren's grandchildren.
That's right.
That's right. So back to the personal development piece, I just want to say that when I thought about the fact, I was like, it's interesting. Most people know me as an attorney or an actress. Mm-hmm. And what I do there is shape words. Yeah. Help human stories come to life. And ultimately, I know what I enjoy is like inspiring people. I love public speaking. Mm-hmm. And so what I learned by going through this book called 7 Frequencies of Communication, 7 Frequencies. And this was a book that was brought to light, in our group. Mm-hmm. This is an opportunity for you to learn what frequency you communicate on naturally. Mm-hmm. Nice. And so what I thought was interesting is I took the test. It was free. And it revealed that my 3 greatest frequencies are as number 1, a motivator. Okay. Number 2, a seer. Mm-hmm. And number 3, a maven. Mm. And the motivator, when one communicates in the motivation frequency, they're transmitting energy and infusing self-belief in people. Mm-hmm. And motivators are positive, encouraging, enthusiastic. And I've always felt that energy when I'm in different surroundings. Right. And then the seer, when you're communicating with that frequency, the seer is transmitting vision and generating innovation in others. Right. And so I had an opportunity to do that very specifically at Legal Aid of North Carolina when I participated in their first ever Innovation Olympics. And man, did I infuse some vision. Our vision was so huge. We weren't selected as a finalist, I have to say. And sometimes I think it's because the vision was so huge. Like, I'm not afraid to have a vision. Yeah. But that was an exciting time. And since then have gone to Phoenix for an innovation in a conference, a huge innovation conference for legal organizations like Legal Aid of North Carolina. So I have a great passion for innovation and tech as well. Okay. Awesome. So give us some, I would say maybe some financial tips, maybe? Or financial tips. Why is it hot in here, Deloris? Are you having hot? I haven't been on Facebook in 5 years. I'm starting to sweat. You know what's interesting? Thank you for the financial tips. I wanted to actually create a story to bring one of the concepts to life, and I ran out of time. But it's something that I'm going to certainly include in my workshop. I'm speaking at your event on March 29th. That is right. And so I'm going to bring to life one of the concepts of the Kiyosaki cash flow quadrant, which is something that when I sit down with a person or a family, it's one of the little pieces that we touch on. I shouldn't say one of the little pieces, but it's one of the pieces that we touch on. And I remember one of my friends having this be explained to them by one of my mentors. And she went at the idea of self-employment being on the left side of the quadrant. Right. and that it's owning a job. So what we're talking about here, good friends, is Kiyosaki's second book. I believe it's called The Cash Flow Quadrant. He even has a cash flow game that's out. But this quadrant, if you could think of 4 squares,
right,
on the left top side of the square, if you're looking at me this way, I'm gonna do it like this.
Okay.
This is my right hand. So in this top square, that's the employee. Underneath it is the square for the self-employed individual.
Right.
The square over here is the business owner. And under here is a square that's the investor. And so the thing is, most people, probably 99% of Americans, are on the left side of the quadrant. Either they're an employee, where they trade their time for money, or they're on the bottom quadrant as a self-employed individual. Maybe they have a gig, maybe it's a mom and pop coffee shop. For me, I completely related to this quadrant because when I had my solo law practice for 8 or so years or more years, I was self-employed. And let me tell you, I definitely thought, yeah, I've got my own solo practice. I've got my own business. Well, I was self-employed. And you know what I had? I owned a job. I owned my job. So the self-employed individual trades their time for money. But you know, that self-employed individual trades their time for money too. I own a job. The employed person has a job. The self-employed person just owns your own job. Okay.
Right.
And so the idea is that people can have all the jobs they want. They can have all the gigs they want. That bottom left quadrant, as a self-employed Uber driver, tattoo artist who's solo, the mom and pop coffee shop, you know, where the owners are in there working. And, you know, you can have all the different gigs on the left and jobs on the right. But what happens to one's income when the job stops, when that person stops working, whether it's in self-employment or the jobs? What happens to their income?
That's right.
It stops.
That's right.
So really, there's no way to really have true financial security if one's limiting oneself to just being on the left side of the quadrant. And so the goal is to help people realize that they can. There are ways that they can move from the left side of the quadrant to the right side of the quadrant. When you get to the right side of the quadrant, you got to let your volume in your voice, you got to let your voice drop deep to the right side of the quadrant, okay? And that's to have a business. The business has a system, and as an investor, the places where people can put their money so their money works and grows for them. And so the key takeaway there is that a system, if one has a system in place, then they don't have to always be in the coffee shop. So think of that Starbucks. Starbucks has a system compared to the mom and pop coffee shop. So at that Starbucks, you go to any Starbucks in the world, do you see the owner in there making the cappuccino or at the window? Probably your answer is no. Put it in the chat. Put 1 in the chat if you've ever seen the owner. I can't see the chat, guys. Only Dolores has the chat. But so the key takeaway is that one should be aware. You know, there are credible sources that say that Social Security may go bankrupt. What, you know, me as an actress in New York City, all I did was work gigs in restaurants and, you know, my shows. Yeah, they could take out taxes that go towards Social Security. But, you know, I had a lot of gig work. So think about where you are right now and think about where you want to go financially. And know that there are things that you can do right now to make sure that when you retire, you never run out of money. And that when you retire, you don't have to go out and work part-time as a senior.
Yep. That's right.
Would love to talk to you more about it. Feel free to put a 1 in the chat if you feel excited about learning more. So that's a key concept that I think I would like to illustrate through storytelling. And I have something for that, again, because I love stories. And stories really help things hit home.
So if somebody was interested in finding out more information, how would they contact you?
Oh, well, they can certainly email me because let me tell you something. All of this is no cost to you. And I would love to speak to groups. I love speaking to groups, Deloris. I'm on the Deloris show. Hey, yep. I love speaking to groups. I spoke with the church community a couple months back and am honored to be connected through that with like a consortium of churches. So just being able to attend the meetings and figure out how I can fit in and where this could work to help the church establish their own, I called it a financial dream independence team, so that they can have financial independence growing within their congregation.
Yeah.
And then I'm excited about your event coming up.
Yes.
But whether you're a small business or a family that has little children, or you're an individual who is simply working, I can tailor the conversation to you. I can tailor the topic and the presentation to you. And so you can reach out to me via email. You can email me at contact. Is it on the screen, Deloris?
Yes, it is.
You can see it? So that email address there, I'm going to do like we always see. We see them do it. See? Oh, is it the other way? Oh, it's this way. Okay. I see it. See, I want to feel like right there, contact at daniellejlong.com. And I can just reach out with you and we can brainstorm on ways to collaborate or to set up a conversation.
Awesome. And then we will end with some words of encouragement.
Oh, words of encouragement. Again, I'll go back to, thank you so much. The idea that some people haven't been dreaming in a long time. When I sit down with someone, for example, we start with dreams before we even jump into the financial part and conversation. It really is about, well, what are some of your dreams? And so what I've discovered is a lot of people have stopped dreaming, or and they may not recognize it until this question is asked. Like, if you could wave a magic wand, XYZ, XYZ, what are some things that you had hoped for? And so in providing closing words of encouragement, I would share with you that if there's something that wakes you up in the middle of the night that you've been wanting to do, or it kind of bothers you because you haven't started, and that's throughout the day, I want you to know that there's still time and there's still room for your dream. And I want you to know that I'm preaching to myself too.
That's right.
And I would like to, I guess, end with a quote. I'm going to make sure I normally have this completely memorized, but just in case. This is a quote that I shared several years back. I was speaking in front of an audience of hundreds of first year or incoming law students at this conference. And when I went to law school, my son was 2 years old. It was a commitment. Wow. It was a commitment, and it was the grace of God that I was able to do it,
That's right.
Much more get in, And so this is the quote at some point I tied into my motivating, inspiring presentation to them. And it's about commitment. And so what I want to say before I say it is, whatever you're dreaming about, whatever you've been dreaming of, if you've let go of it, grab it again and just take one little step towards it. And that action, that step, is a demonstration of your commitment. And I just want you to know that when you commit, things happen. And so the quote goes, and this is, as I've always known it, by the leader of the Scottish Himalaya expedition, or Himalayan expedition, William Hutchison Murray. And it goes, until one is committed, there's hesitancy, right? The chance to draw back. Concerning all acts of initiative and creation, there's but one elementary truth, the ignorance of which kills countless ideas and splendid plans. And what's that truth? It's that the moment one commits oneself, then providence moves to. All sorts of things occur that would not have ever otherwise have occurred. A whole stream of events issues from the decision to commit, raising in one's favor all manner of unforeseen incidents and meetings and material assistance, which no man could have dreamed would have come his way. Whatever you do, whatever you can do or dream you can do, begin it.
Yeah.
Boldness has genius, power, and magic in it. Begin it now. Woo!
Yes. Love it. Love it.
Well, I love the idea that the whole summary, the takeaway is that when woman makes the decision to commit, doors open, resources come, meetings happen that you don't even know that are happening in your favor.
Yeah.
That God opens up the blessings of heaven.
I love that. I love
Thank
that.
you, Delores.
You are very welcome. You're very welcome. Y'all, this is my friend, Miss Danielle. Other way.
Hey.
Danielle. She is awesome. She is going to be our financial empowerment at the event Divine Connections 15 magazine event. It's Saturday, y'all. Let me put the
March 29th.
March 29th. And it's going to be at 11 a.m. All right. So we're going to get you on in early. We got a lot of things to share with you. So divineconnectionsmagazine.com/events. There's a lot of things in store. You'll be able to get your blood pressure checked. You'll be able to shop with vendors. You'll get some uplifting music, praise dance, moms, some prophetic spoken word is going to be off the chain. You'll get to shop with the vendors, and it's going to be phenomenal. So you don't want to miss this. All right. So divineconnectionsmagazine.com/events. All right. Yes. Definitely check it out. Thank you, Miss Danielle, for coming.
Oh, thank you, Delores. Thank you to the fans who are out there. Again, I'm envisioning the Jimmy Fallon show. Like, this is like the Delores Night Show. Okay. So all the fans are like, oh, I love you, fans.
Awesome. So you will be seeing us again, and definitely Saturday, March 29th. So we want, like you said, like you want to dream. Like, don't forget the dream that you have in your heart and your spirit. It's a lot of things going on, and it feels like one thing after another, and crazy things going on. But I believe God has put us in this earth so we can explore, travel, see different things, and enjoy life, and not just stay up in this little bottle all the time. And so, but you do have to strategically plan it as well and make wise decisions. Okay. And so we're going to share that information with you, and just, really sit down face-to-face Zoom with you if you are interested in finding out more information, how to fund your financial future. Yes, and yes. Boom. All right. Awesome. So, thank you, Miss Danielle. I appreciate you coming on. You are very welcome. And I look forward to seeing you guys. That's Miss Danielle. And I am Delores with Divine Connections. Make sure you stay connected to the number one divine connector, which is Jesus Christ. Yes. All right. Awesome. See y'all soon. Bye. I'll be right back.
Divine Connections Magazine. Get major exposure for your business. Is someone looking for your service? Do you need networking? Are you a gospel artist or a ministry? Do you have a major event that you want to promote? Divine Connections Magazine has the solution for you. We can distribute to residents, businesses, churches, and online. Don't miss this opportunity to expand your marketing locally and around the world. Find out more about us at divineconnectionsmagazine.com. Get your spot in the next issue of Divine Connections Magazine by emailing us for details at divineconnectionsmagazine@gmail.com.
Make sure to like us on Facebook at Divine Connections Marketing. Follow us on Instagram at Divine Connections.
Let's get it started now.